and it's just gone 8, so we better start. So I'm just going to read a poem. You might have heard this poem before. As you might have noticed, I like my poems. I never used to, actually. I never used to like poetry, but I find it really helpful now. Sorry, my hair's getting really long. I'm getting in my glasses. So this is a poem by Paul Williams, who I think was part of the hippie activist generation. You know, with when first peace and love came into our universal consciousness, in a way, before that it was always there, but it wasn't actually, nobody actually said we should love each other all the time, or maybe they did, but people didn't really listen very much. Now that's my memory as a child anyway. People were loving, but there wasn't this idea that you should love everybody, and that really is helpful. So I'll read the poem. We have been born into a moment of unprecedented danger and opportunity. Our failure to act is itself a choice. There is nowhere to hide from this awareness. It is time. Our purpose here is to build a bridge. Our purpose here is to build a bridge. The purpose of the bridge is to span the distance between our present situation and the vision of a better world. The purpose of the bridge is to span the distance between our present situation and our vision of a better world. The beauty of a bridge is that once it is in its place, anyone can walk on it. A few people can build a bridge that can be walked on by many. And I think this is pretty much about the loving kindness meditation, about the metta bhavana, about loving the world. And my teacher, when he started this movement of ours, Triratna, one of his main visions was for a new society. And what he meant by a new society was a society where we all can get on with each other, where we all respect each other and love each other, and we communicate in skillful ways with each other. We don't get into falling out. We might differ in our opinions and views, but somehow we're able to work them out through friendship. And he said that he believed that any human being could be friends with any other human being, no matter what. And I find that really inspiring. And it's a path I try to follow, and that I try and encourage those around me to follow. Not as a teacher or anything, but just as a human being. You know, if we can get on with each other, if we can love and respect each other, then ultimately we avoid wars, we avoid mass starvation, we avoid genocide, we avoid petty battles and massive world-scale battles and conflicts. So this little meditation practice is actually completely radical. It plugs into the aspiration for a much better world, a new society. And you might think, well, maybe, can I do anything about that? Just little me? Well, yes, actually, you can. If we start to become kinder and more loving to strangers and people we don't like, and people that we're a bit at odds with, if we can be kind and have a sense of love and respect towards them, then all sorts of things can happen. It changes the way the future lies, and people will respond, and people around us will change, and they will change the people around them. So we can be the beginning of a new society, a better society. We can build that bridge. between our present situation and our vision of a better world. So that's what this is about for me. So we better get on now and actually do the meditation. But I would encourage you, don't just do the meditation. When you're going about your day on the bus, in the street, look upon other people with a kindly eye. You know, well, for me anyway, I get these judgmental thoughts arising. Oh, well, they shouldn't be like that. She shouldn't be like that, or he shouldn't be like that, or he's not a very nice person. Just by looking at somebody, how can we know? But my mind thinks it knows. So when thoughts like that come up, I see them and I let them go, and I try and have a sense of loving kindness towards that person and to drop the judgment, because it's not really me that's making the judgment, it's the mind. It's my mind that's conditioned by fear and keeping itself safe. So I can override these mental judgments. Okay, good morning Emmys and Susan and Isabel. Good to see you all. Yeah, we've got a bumper community today online, so good to see you all, good to have you all here. Okay, so let's just settle in, maybe take a few deep breaths, just holding the breath in the lungs for a few seconds and then breathing completely out, filling the lungs, holding it and breathing completely out. And just bringing your attention to how you are right now, sitting here, lying here. What's going on for you in this moment? Not earlier in the day, not what might be happening later on. What's it feel like right now? In your body, in your mind, in your emotional side. There might be sensations in the body that are pleasant or unpleasant. There might be a mental state that's pleasant or unpleasant. And an emotional tone that's pleasant or unpleasant. So wherever you are, just having a sense of kindness, particularly if it's unpleasant, having a sense of kindness to yourself. And noticing how you are on the weight of your body pressing down on the seat. Just allowing the seat or the bed or the floor cushion to take your weight. Giving up your weight. And just bringing attention to the soles of the feet, whatever you can feel there. Moving up the legs, just checking in with the sensations in the legs, maybe tingling, warmth, sensations in the trunk of the body, the back, the belly, the abdomen and the chest. And moving up to the face And just relaxing the whole of the face, including the forehead. Just letting the skin drop, letting go of any tension in the face, letting your eyes be soft and your jaw slightly open. And just noticing a few out-breaths, and on each out-breath just letting go a bit, relaxing, then relaxing a bit more on the next out-breath. Bringing our attention to the chest area, rising and falling. And working our way down to the bottom of the rib cage in the center and moving just behind there into the heart center, the heart of the body. Can you feel warmth and love there? Or around in that sort of area? And if you can't, just bring into mind somebody you really love or even used to love. Maybe they're not with us anymore. When I think of my mother, I get this warm feeling here. Or a favourite pet. If you can't notice the sensations in the heart center, then that's okay. Just stay open to the possibility. If you can feel it, just allowing it to grow, not doing anything with it, not pushing it, forcing it, just allowing the sense of loving kindness to just spread through your being. So in this first part of the metta bhavana, we're just going to reflect on ourselves as complex human beings. There are bits about us that we quite like, quite proud of maybe. And there are other bits that we don't like, or else that cause us problems or inconvenience. We can see that they're not the right way to be. So can we, first of all, have a sense of acceptance to the way we are just as we are now. It's not our fault that we're like we are, with our difficulties and impossibilities. We've learned certain habits through conditioning right from the day we were born, probably. And we react to the world with all sorts of negative emotions sometimes, and sometimes positive emotions. So can we just have a sense of accepting the things that we can't change about ourselves, and being patient with the things that we can change? Having a sense that this is the starting point. and that every moment of our lives is a new starting point to the future. And can we wish ourselves well? This tender human being that is us, this vulnerable creature, doing our best in the world, in a difficult world, never not doing our best to be happy. Can we have a sense of love and kindness towards ourselves? Can we support ourselves and be our own best friend? And now bringing into our meditation a good friend, someone that we really care about, inviting them in to sit with us. Maybe we can see an image of them, or if we can't do that, maybe we can just get a sense of their presence, remembering maybe a laugh or the way they act sometimes, something that we find endearing. And just see what happens in the heart center. This dear friend is just like us in so many ways. They're blown around by life. They have good days and bad days. They enjoy their lives sometimes. They're really happy. And sometimes they're sad, disappointed, angry, upset. Just like us, sometimes they may not feel good enough. And sometimes they just may find life hard, a bit of a struggle. So we know how they feel, particularly with our good friend. We know how they feel. We know the ups and downs of their lives. Can we really connect with them, a sense of empathy with them, a sense of solidarity with them in their lives? And can we wish our good friend well? Can we really have a heartfelt desire for their happiness in their lives, their freedom from suffering and pain? And we let our good friend go for the moment and bring into our meditation a relative stranger, somebody we see quite often, but we don't either like them or dislike them. They're just there regularly, on the bus, in a shop, next door, walking on the street. Somebody familiar that we don't know. And maybe we can reflect that this person is like us in so many ways. Can we open our hearts to them, to the joy and suffering in their lives, to the happiness they experience, and all the difficulties and upsets that they have, just like we do, just like our best friend. We may not know them, but we know that they go through the same emotional ups and downs, the same peaks and troughs in their lives. So can we open our hearts to this person and feel a sense of empathy with them in their lives, a sense of connection? Can we feel a sense of comradeship, friendship, commonality between us? And if we can't, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep on being open to that. That's all that's needed. So just consciously, or if we can, from the heart center, or if not, just consciously wishing this person well, wishing them happiness in their lives and freedom from pain and suffering. letting the stranger go now, and bringing to mind somebody that we are at odds with, somebody who we don't get on with, we don't really like, maybe somebody who we've fallen out with slightly, not in a massive way, just somebody we are uncomfortable with. And just seeing how that feels in our body and what thoughts come up. There might be unpleasant feelings in the body. There might be negative thoughts. And that's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way you are at the moment. But maybe you can have a sense of well-wishing to this person in spite of the fact that you don't like them or get on with them. Two different things. We can't like everybody, probably, but we can be friendly towards everybody. So can we have a sense of empathy for this person, for the difficulties they encounter in their lives, the ups and downs, the pain and the suffering, the joy and the happiness? Can we see that they are blown around in just the same way that we are? They go through all the same emotions and highs and lows. So can we open our hearts to even this person that we find difficult? And can we open our heart to this person we find difficult and wish them well? And if we can't actually feel it in our heart center, just consciously wishing them well. Wishing them freedom from unhappiness and suffering and pain. Wishing them well in their lives. Just as a fellow human being. So the world is full of people just like us. People we can count as friends, even though we probably haven't met them, we could be friends. And there'll be people who will always be strangers. and other people who we would in a way rather avoid. So amongst all the 7 billion people of the world, so many of them, all of them really fit into these categories, whether we ever meet them or not. And also all animals and birds, insects, reptiles, all living creatures. Some we really love. The birds on the feed table, maybe. Red squirrels. Cute little baby animals. They're easy to love. But the ugly insects, or what we think is ugly, the insects, the reptiles, the spiders and the flies, they're all just like us in a way, maybe not having the same emotions, but they too are trying to live their lives in the best way they can. So this loving kindness extends to all humans and to all animals, to all living beings, regardless of who they are or what they are. So it's a big challenge. Can we wish them all well? All struggling beings doing the best to live their lives and stay safe. Can we open our hearts to all of them? So in a moment I'm going to ring the bell to end the meditation. But can we make a resolve to carry this practice on through the day? To try and remember to have a sense of loving kindness to people we pass in the street, sit on the bus with, meet in the shops and the workplaces. Can we open our hearts to other people and build a bridge to a better world? Can we create a new society that's kinder and more loving and therefore happier? So can we do that? That's the question. It's good to see so many of you this morning, and particularly, I haven't mentioned Eve and Emmys and Susan and Isabel and Beth. I might have mentioned Susan, not sure. Anyway, good morning to all of you and all that joined us on the recording later on. And next week, we have a treat that Jo, one of my friends from the York community, she'll be here next Friday doing the loving kindness meditation. So you'll get a different take on it from her. I'm sure a very lovely take. And she'll be guesting next Friday. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to see you if you're here, and we'll be doing I think we'll be doing the metta bhavana again. We'll be doing loving kindness meditation, I think. Don't hold me to that. I can't remember. Anyway, thank you very much for coming this morning. Just to mention our appeal, because I have to mention that. If you have donated, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This is helping us build our new centre, metaphorically. It's taking shape. It'll be opening sometime at the end of September. And in some kind of way, we don't know what the restrictions will be. But we'd still need as much finance as we can for that. So if you would like to donate something, anything from £5 upwards would be great. There's a link with this video, and we would be most appreciative. So thanks for being here with me, and have a really lovely day. Remember to open your heart to people as you come across them. It'll make a big difference to their lives and to yours. Smile, that's the big thing, smile. So see you again tomorrow maybe, or sometime soon, and in the meantime, take care and lots of love to you all.